Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the IB Lounge YouTube series. My name is Marcus, and if you haven't, please check the rest of our videos to know what this whole series is about. And we have a lot of videos about EE, TOK, IA, everything, right? Okay, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about something really serious. Yeah, it's gonna be something really important, and although the title was a bit clickbaity, I do think that what I'll be sharing has relevance to do with how you can actually score 40 points and above, or the best grade possible that you can achieve. Hey guys, welcome to the IB Lounge YouTube series. My name is Marcus, and I am the founder of IB Lounge, which is a specialized IB tuition service located right here in Singapore. So a bit about myself, I was once an IBDP student, maybe just like yourself, and I was also thoroughly lost in the IBDP. So I wanted to create this YouTube series to actually help other students who may be as confused or maybe as scared of the IBDP, just like myself. So before we start, I just want you to do a simple exercise. I want you to ask yourself two questions. Number one, what are your IB goals? What are your grades that you want to achieve at the end of your IB when you take the exam? And also, what are your goals after the IB program? Do you want to go to maybe Harvard? Do you want to go to Oxford? Do you want to go to NUS like myself? I want you to ask that question to yourself, and ask it by really thinking about it properly. Okay, welcome back. So I hope you have taken some time to actually think about it. And now the second thing that I want you to do is to actually put your hand on your heart, just like this, and ask yourself truthfully, is what you're doing now going to achieve what you hope to achieve? And what do I mean by that? I mean, is the effort that you're putting in every single day going to help you get the grade that you want? Is maybe you delaying or procrastinating in your time management going to help you to achieve the grade that you want? Well, I think these are only questions and only answers that you know deep in your heart. So why am I telling you this? Am I gonna be telling you to put in 24/7 effort into your grades if you want to get a 45? Absolutely not. In fact, what I'm going to be telling you is something really different. So I think the first thing that you have to know is to really be realistic with yourself. I think it all stems from kind of like the why, right? Why are you trying to achieve this? Do you want to maybe become a doctor and thus need 43 points and above to get into the top medicine schools? Well, if so, I think you need to also ask yourself, why do you want to be a doctor? And by doing this kind of soul searching, you will actually be able to find out your real deepest desires. So let's say you have come to the conclusion that for a really good reason you really want to become a doctor. Maybe that could have been your lifelong dream, or maybe you're inspired by someone, but you know for sure that you really want to become a doctor. I think the next thing you need to ask yourself is, what exactly do you need to become a doctor, right? So from what I know, at least, you probably need about 43 points to get into the top medical schools around the world. So 43 is definitely not an easy grade to achieve. It takes a lot of effort. You need to really have a lot of luck, and you really need to be able to score really well in the IBDP. So 43 is maybe the top echelon of all IB students, right? I think the national average for IB is in the low 30s or the high 20s. So getting 43 is really something remarkable. And I think you need to be realistic with yourself, and you need to also ask yourself, if you want to get 43, what does it take to get 43? Well, you definitely need lots of hard work. You need months of preparation. You need to have been scoring well in all your IAs, your EEs, and TOK, right? So something that I think a lot of students perhaps need to hear is that often what your dreams are need to be connected to what your actions are. If you want to score a 43, you definitely can't be studying 1 month before the exam. You definitely can't put half-baked effort into your IAs, and you definitely can't be watching Netflix or just chilling with your friends the weeks prior to the IB exam. That definitely won't get you a 43, as idealistic as some people may put it out there to be. So today I'm not here to give you a reprimanding, but rather it's really just to give you a piece of advice from myself. That is, often what you want in life would need an adequate amount of effort. And if you don't put in that effort, it is really unrealistic for you to expect what you want. So if you want to get a good grade, then I suggest you really pull up your socks and start preparing early. And many students who have come to IB Lounge, some of them actually have scored tremendous amounts of improvements. And all I can tell you is that this is because they were clear of their goals, why they wanted to achieve it, and ultimately they knew the amount of effort that they had to put in. For instance, we once had a student who came in not knowing Chinese, right? She did not know how to speak Chinese, she did not know how to read Chinese, or rather she only knew very basic standard of Chinese. But she knew that she wanted to score a 7 in Chinese. And thus, she actually put in 3 hours of effort of extra classes with us every single week to actually achieve that grade. Now, she got a 7 in Chinese BSL in the end, which is a tremendous achievement considering that her Chinese foundation was very weak when she came to us just one year before she took the exam. So it's because she knew about what she wanted and she put in the right amount of effort that she got what she wanted. There's also another student who I've personally tutored. He wanted to get an A. Actually, at first he wanted to just get a B in geography, but his ultimate goal was to go to a junior college after secondary school. So I tutored him, and together we worked together. We worked extremely hard. He would be very diligent about revising for his content, about doing the homework. He wrote multiple essays, and eventually he scored an A in the O-levels. So, why am I sharing with you these examples? Is because I wanted to tell you that if you want to achieve something great, you definitely need to put in a tremendous amount of hard work. And you need to be realistic about yourself, that that's the amount of effort that you need to put in. And if you're putting in anything less, you have only yourself to blame for getting the result that you have. Of course, this is not always the case because there's also a factor of luck that you need to consider when actually sitting for the paper. And what I can tell you is, although sometimes luck may not be at your side, often when you truly try your best and you don't get what you expected, you will still not feel like you have wasted your time. In fact, you would be very proud of yourself about the process that you went through, and this process will actually help you in life more than any grade can. But let's say if you realize after this soul searching, maybe after this video you realize that, hey, I don't really want to score a good grade, because to me maybe going to a good school isn't that important. Maybe what I want to do doesn't require me to have such a high grade. Well, in that case, you can definitely do the things that you want. Maybe you don't have to put in such a huge amount of effort. Maybe what you value is something different. Maybe what you value is attaining a really good sports achievement during your IB years. And if that's the case, that's good for you, and I'm happy for you. But all I'm trying to say is that you need to be clear about what you want and why you want it. And you need to be clear that if you want these achievements or these this good grade, you really need to put the effort into achieving it. And there's really no point going around telling your friends, telling your parents that you want to achieve such a good grade, for example 40 points and above, if you're not willing to put in the effort. That's just basically, as good as just writing some goal down on a paper and forgetting about it tomorrow. So all I'm telling you today is put in the hard work if you want to do something, and if it's not about grades, then put in the hard work for that. And I'm sure if you make the best decision at this current point in time, you wouldn't regret it. So have a real thought through this. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about what I said, and if there's any change in your mindset or your attitudes after watching this video. I hope this video serves you well. Please don't take the advice in the wrong direction. I mean well. I just mean to give students a harsher reality check that you should be putting the right amount of effort to the right amount of goals. That's all, and I hope that you do well in your IB. I hope that you do well in whatever you want to succeed. And that's it for this video.